shooting lights out.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is the best time of the year because the brackets are out. What? I said the brackets are out. What? That is true. My bad. It is 316 day as well. So shout out to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
I said it's 316 day.
What?
I said it is March 16th.
What?
3
What?
16.
What?
Austin Day.
What?
And that's the bottom line.
What?
So
Oh,
and yes,
yeah. I'm sorry.
And
Shout
yes,
out to
I
you,
am not alone because Mr. Johnson is back.
Oh. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It is good to be back. Playmaker, it's wonderful to be by your side yet again, talking all hoops. And yeah, for basketball purposes, this is probably the most exciting time of the year. No question about that.
It's the most wonderful time.
Doggone it. I was thinking about that song. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I actually was thinking of that song when I was saying that. I was like, he better not say that, and he does.
That's what that song should be played for this moment, not Christmas.
Oh, for March Madness. Okay.
Yes, for March Madness, man. I hope y'all got y'all brackets ready. Cole did his bracket. I did my bracket for the men's and women's. Y'all will get that towards the end of the show, or how we feel about the brackets. We're gonna break through the brackets. We're gonna break through each region, all 8 of them. The 4 for the men, 4 for the ladies. We're gonna do some other stuff. We also going to revisit the week that I had last week. The one that Cole Johnson could not wait to get to me about the week that I had last week.
Oh yeah.
So we will revisit that. But it is shooting lights out, and we do have a certain procedure we like to go through first. So thank you for watching. If you're watching on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel, hit subscribe and hit my notification bell. If you're watching on my personal LinkedIn, Darnell Playmaker Silence, connect with me on LinkedIn and then slide over to the Playmakers Network YouTube channel, hit subscribe and hit my notification bell. We are not live on the Real Rise Radio.
Boo!
We are not live on the Real Rise Radio.
What's wrong with you, Wise? Get us back on live.
I think Rise trying to do something with the radio station.
Yeah.
So I chose not to go live on a radio station because I want to make sure he does what he needs to do, and I don't want to interrupt anything. So that was an executive decision by me.
That's right. Shout out to my ace. Wise, what's up, brother?
And if you want to know, we are sponsored by Fanatics Lids and Paramount Plus. And if you want to have a sponsor with us, hit me up. You have the email. All that is in the description. If you want to get some sponsor opportunities with the Playmakers Network, go ahead, hit us up freely. For us on the business, Mr. Coach Johnson, I know it's been a while, but not much has really changed.
Oh, yeah, all right. Well, let's go to Iron Unkind. Oh, no, that's not it. Let me see. Oh yeah. Let's go to Harden's beer keeps growing. No, that's not it. I'm sorry. I think. Oh yeah. Let's go to You All Cannot Stop Talking About Your King. No, that's not it either. No. Around the Hardwood. And on tap for this Around the Hardwood, we're going to, take a stroll all up and down the WNBA. And we're going to first start with, that's right. They still don't have a collective bargaining agreement done. Well, the WNBA commissioner and puppet extraordinaire Kathy Engelbert. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't say such truth like that. I mean, I shouldn't say such harsh stuff like that. She said that progress is being made toward getting a new collective bargaining agreement done. Now, the two sides met for another marathon negotiating session that started Sunday afternoon. It ended around 3 a.m. this morning if you're watching live, or if you're watching recorded, 3 a.m. Monday morning. Now, Engelbert said about these negotiations, quote, "We're working as hard as we can to get it done as quickly as possible. It's complex. There's a lot. There's a lot of system elements. There's a lot of structure elements. This is a big, big league, and we want to do everything we can for the players. So we're going to keep making progress." Close quote. Lord. The two sides will get together again today, a little later on today. It'll be for a seventh consecutive day of talks. Now, it has been a long week of discussions with the WNBA and its union meeting face to face for more than 72 hours since the first in person bargaining session 6 days ago. Engelbert went on to say, quote, "We are going to keep going. We're going to get this deal done. And, it's going to be historic." Close quote. Union Executive Council members Breonna Stewart, Nafisa Collier, and Alicia Clark. They were the first to leave at 2 a.m. And Nneka Ogwumike and union leadership also left an hour later after a long 14-hour day. Now, the Connecticut Sun president, Jen Rosati, she had this to say about the proceedings as well. Quote, "The fact that they just don't want to stop both sides, it's not just the league side, it's even the union. They want to get it done. I think it's admirable to know that they're paying attention to the fact that this is crucial, and time is of the essence, and we need to have a season." Close quote. What made you think that? I mean, in 5 weeks, you all are going to actually have to try to start opening up to actually prepare for said season. What makes you think that you got to have one and you're now in March and you don't have a collective bargaining agreement done? I'm sorry. Woosah. The key sticky points have been revenue sharing and housing. Ogwumike on the union side had this to say about that. Quote, "It's very important for us to nail those two things down, which is, I think, the biggest thing on the agenda today. So we want to make sure that we can get that." Close quote. League proposals have involved net revenue, that's revenue after expenses, and union ones have also talked about gross revenue, that's revenue before said expenses. When negotiations first started more than a year ago, the union was asking for 40% of the gross revenue and had come down to 26 before the marathon in-person bargaining session started last week. The league had been offering more than 70% net revenue for the players. Now, your thoughts on the CBA deal being historic if it gets done?
You said a keyword in that whole thing. Do you know what keyword I'm talking about?
If.
A big old IF. It is, again, Austin 316 Day, which means it is March 16th.
Training camp supposed to open in 5 weeks.
But, I did hear some good stuff out of there. They are chopping down the tree bit by bit. At least you're doing some chopping. This means you're making some progress.
Both sides are, yeah.
So at least I know the tree is getting chopped down. Both sides are chopping at the tree.
Mm-hmm.
So at least we have that.
Yeah.
Problem is, you still got to have an expansion draft for the two teams.
Right.
Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get ready for free agency.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, by the way, you have a draft in 4 weeks.
So nice to have Coach Johnson back. Just to fill in what I was leaving out on purpose.
I figured you were.
And that's before we get to the regular season.
Mhm.
So you're making progress. So I'll give you a golf clap. You're making progress. But we still got a lot more work to do. And we need a WNBA season. There's too much more. There's too much at stake not to have a WNBA season.
It's too much momentum. That's the thing. I mean, you're riding off the two probably of the best years the WNBA has ever had, at least monetarily. And you can't stub your toe by being um, sticks in the mud. And unfortunately, for far too long, both sides have been. Now, if these two major items that Ogwimike mentioned cannot get figured out, or if they can get figured out, I'm sorry, the season most likely will start on time, which that on time start is supposed to be May the 8th. But the clock is ticking, and Engelbert said that she didn't know if training camp would be moved from April 19th if a deal isn't done soon. She said, quote, I wish I knew the answer to that. I do not know the answer to that. But you see us here 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. So that gives an indication that both sides are motivated at that time. Close quote. The league's first two preseason games are on April 25th with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. They are hosting Playmakers' favorite, the New York Liberty, and Seattle. The Storm will be playing the Golden State Valkyries. Now, before the preseason begins, there's a lot that has to do with expansion draft, that you heard Playmaker said, for Portland and Toronto, as well as free agency. Again, as what Playmaker said, for 80% of the league. The draft needs to take place, and that, if I'm not mistaken, is April the 13th, I believe. But yes, things are being done. Things are yet to be done, and hopefully they can get out of their way. And we do need another season. Oh, and speaking of another season, the NBA is actually tossing about the possibility of two cities having teams where they can actually celebrate a season. The NBA will hold a vote at the Board of Governors meetings next week to explore adding expansion teams exclusively in Las Vegas and Seattle. This is what sources told ESPN, with the two new franchises being targeted to start play for the 2029 season. Now, there is momentum within the Board of Governors and league office to approve moving forward with taking bids for franchises in Las Vegas and Seattle, according to sources with knowledge of the discussions. Industry executives project proposals in the $7 to $10 billion range for each team and estimate that both markets will be among the NBA's top 8 revenue generators. We already know that with Seattle. I'm sorry. Woosah again. The market appeal for Las Vegas and Seattle, plus the parity-friendly collective bargaining agreement, will likely lead to a robust purchase market for expansion. This marks the first of multiple critical steps toward NBA expansion. This first vote will allow the league to focus on Las Vegas and Seattle having a bidding process for the teams. There will then be a potential final vote later in the year to finalize the transactions to 32 teams. Currently, it's 30. And in both voting rounds, it must get 23 of the 30 owners, governors, being in favor of it. They're owners. They governors. They ain't running no state. I'm sorry, my bad.
They govern the NBA.
I know, but it upsets me that they decided to not call themselves owners, but call themselves governors. My bad. A growing number of owners are believed to support expansion because the long-term revenue growth for the league from the Las Vegas and Seattle markets. Some owners, governors, some owners remain hesitant on selling some of their shares and having their league equity go from a 30th to a 32nd, and want to see the final valuations of the bids plus the individual franchise fees before deciding whether to expand now or in a few more years. You're billionaires, son. What's the problem? Oh, so you'll go from what, tens of billions to tens of billions? Shut up. The NHL recently had two of its recent expansions come in Las Vegas with the Golden Knights. That's in 2017, and Seattle with the Kraken. That's in 2021. In the NFL, the Raiders moved to Las Vegas in 2020, and Major League Baseball will be moving to Las Vegas for the 2028 season with the Oakland, now Sacramento A's or Athletics. Your thoughts on the NBA dipping its toe into Las Vegas and Seattle seriously?
Before I go into that, Snowman, what's up? Make sure you share this out. We might be live on Snowman Multimedia as well. Now that Snowman has checked in.
Snowman Multimedia, as you can catch his show every Monday morning. 10 a.m. He says, Snowman checking in. It's good to see you, my brother.
So, first, let me go ahead and address the elephant in the room first. And it's funny that Snowman's in the chat and Cole Johnson's back for this because these two gentlemen here are the main ones that I had to be dealing with. Hearing them say they need to bring a team back to Seattle. Well, guess what? You're getting the first step of it.
No. Let's clean this up. They don't need to bring a team back. They need to bring the Supersonics back.
Well, can we take baby steps first, sir?
Okay, fine. We'll take baby steps.
At least you're getting a vote, and Seattle is the one of the first two cities that they named. They ain't named nobody else.
Well, they had to. I mean, the league still has, the people still have interest in the league because they do preseason games there almost every year.
Just saying. You got the first step. They already know, and of course, Vegas, and I'm pretty sure people are tired of hearing Vegas getting all these sports teams because, I mean, the Raiders ain't doing good. Who knows what team they're going to get from the A's when they actually finally move there. The only thing you actually got is the Aces.
For now.
And then you also got TKO / WWE / UCF home base there now. Sounds like Vegas is trying to become the sports capital of the world, not the entertainment capital of the world.
And TKO's probably going to have WWE host WrestleMania every year. They keep screwing around. Yeah, I know it's going to Saudi Arabia next year, but watch, it could be right back to Vegas.
I hate that. Me and Cool will be probably going off. It's probably why me and Cool ain't really trying to go to WWE events like that.
Yeah. Because that would mean that the Bucks, and I'm not talking about Milwaukee, will have to fly if that happens.
So, now, of course, this was going to happen. It was nothing new. Like, we've been new about Vegas and Seattle for like the longest. So this is nothing new. They just finally made the first initial step to get there. Mm-hmm. So I don't want people to be all excited. Oh my God! This was always in the plan. Adam Silver just didn't want to push the button yet. Now he has pushed the button. Now this is going forward. Now the question is, you said 23 out of 30, right?
Yeah, 23 out of 30 will have to approve it.
If the 23 owners vote in favor of it, which team from the West is moving east?
No, which team? Oh, no, it would be which team. That's right. No, which teams? Because I think two would have to move to the east.
So which team would be going to the east?
Oh, no, it would be one team.
Early indication says
Memphis.
Minnesota.
It's going to be between those two.
You can throw New Orleans in there too.
The who?
Even though nobody cares about the Pelicans, but they're still an NBA franchise.
The who?
The Zion-led team.
The who?
The team in that likes to eat gumbo with the Saints.
Oh, oh, Zibik Zion. Oh, got you. Okay, my bad.
You didn't think I was gonna keep going, did you?
Oh my
You thought I was
God.
going. You thought I was gonna stop at some point. Nope.
I could have kept going, but I was like, I was impressed. I was like, I like this. I'm
I know
impressed.
you thought I was gonna stop.
I'm impressed.
So yeah, this is just the first step. So Seattle, be happy, but don't throw all your chips in there. It's just the first step. Be patient. Let the governors do their part, and then you get to do your part. That's all I got.
As long as we're not going to be having the true governors actually interfere, it would be great.
Not the true governors. Get us out of here, man.
Now, Seattle has been without an NBA team since 2008 when the Supersonics relocated to Oklahoma City and then changed their name to the Thunder, who are now currently the defending world champs. The Sonics played in the NBA from 1967 through to 2008 before leaving because of a dispute about the lease for Key Arena, which owner Clay Bennett said was outdated. Let me translate that for you. Clay Bennett actually is from Oklahoma. He saw a way to get out, and he got out. I'm sorry. My bad.
It worked.
The venue underwent extensive renovations from 2018 to 2021. Now it is called Climate Pledge Arena. That is now where the Storm and the Kraken play. Now, the NBA last expanded in 2004 with Charlotte. Exceptions across the NBA, except either the Timberwolves or the Grizzlies, to move to the East to realign with conferences with 16 when when Seattle and Las Vegas become West teams. So you have your answer. It's either going to be the Timberwolves or the Grizzlies who will move east. And the NBA is also moving forward with plans to bring a league to Europe, with final bids for prospective teams due March 31st. That's what sources say. And the figures for these teams and their evaluations is ridiculous. It's now in the $4 and $5 and $6 billion range, but it just shows how much good and big money we're playing with. But I'm happy that Las Vegas, Seattle will be having a team, but I'm definitely happy with Seattle. And name them the Supersonics.
I mean, do they have another name to name them? Let's be for real.
Well, you got a point. You got a good point there.
I mean, look at what they did with the WNBA. They brought back Portland and they kept the name the Fire. So I'm pretty sure they'll do the same thing with Seattle.
Yeah. Just as long as they don't decide to call them, what the heck is they? I forgot what they.
Now the interesting thing is, do they bring back the old jerseys or they make the new ones? That's the question.
I just hope they don't screw the pooch and call them the Emeralds or some ridiculousness like that.
Yeah, it's the Emerald State, so
I know. I just hope they don't do stuff like that because that's what I'm sensing. But yes, I am happy.
It works. If it's connected to the state, I have no problem with it.
Oh Lord.
I mean, ain't Golden State. That's not even a city.
I know it's the identity of the state itself. I know. But I don't think they will call them Washington or Emeralds. The Emerald Supersonics. I don't think that will happen.
No. Seattle Emeralds sounds better.
Yeah. Seattle sounds much better. And truth be told, Seattle being in the NBA again exceedingly sounds much better. So I'm happy about that.
And it also helps when the Seahawks win the freaking Super Bowl too, doesn't it?
You sound a little bit salty, Mr. Playmaker. Why is that?
It's funny how the Seahawks win the Super Bowl and then they want to make the first step of doing expansion in the NBA. It's just coincidence to me, or do I really believe in coincidence?
You sound salty. Why? Why do you sound so salty?
I'm just pointing out some things that I noticed.
I'm
Just pointing out
pointing,
some things.
I get that, but I'm pointing out one thing.
I don't know why you asked. You already know the answer to that. Why would I answer a rhetorical question?
Because you sound very salty. I mean, you should congratulate the Rams. They made it all the way to the NFC Championship game. Oh, that's why you're salty. I'm sorry.
Like I said, why would I answer a rhetorical question?
But yes, NBA, you're doing a fantastic job in recognizing that you have to put a team in Seattle. Now, putting a team in Las Vegas, unfortunately, that's par for the course because that seems a hot sports city in the last 10 years. So you have to capitalize on that since the NBA, in the MLB, and the NHL capitalize on it. Why shouldn't you? Simply because you have done that so far by that crappy whack NCAA tournament hosting their semifinals and finals there. Make a more important business. Abolish that whack tournament.
That's not happening. I'm sorry. That's not happening.
Abolish that whack tournament and then institute having Las Vegas and Seattle having expansion teams, and then all is right with the NBA world. And that, ladies and gentlemen,
Nope, 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 nope. We're going to revisit something that I did last week because of Cole Johnson and put this inside around Hollywood.
what?
You want this was your idea, not mine.
Fine. Go ahead.
So what you got? What you want to know?
All right. So for those who are unaware, Playmaker actually attended a conference tournament in Duval. Well, that's where he lives. And if I'm not mistaken, you went a full week straight, right?
All 7 days.
So, how was the atmosphere throughout the week in Jacksonville?
So for those who want to know or didn't have a chance to look at what I've done, the Atlantic Sun tournament was right here in Jacksonville, both the men and the women's tournament. So that's why it was 7 days straight. And I caught part of every day at some form or fashion. The quarterfinals took place at North Florida and JU, respectively. JU because North Florida couldn't play at home. So that they go to JU and play. But the other games took place at JU. You know, it was interesting for my first time actually being a part of events like this. Even though y'all know I did the Super Bowl week, but that's completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl week, you actually just get to mingle around and talk to everybody.
Right.
You get to go to some meetings and stuff. That's how I figured out the Rams was playing in down under next year. I found that out 2 years ago because I was at Super Bowl week in New Orleans. You get to talk to different celebrities, get to talk to different people. That's Super Bowl week. This is different. This is actually me covering a sport team event itself. And doing it for a week. So got to do a lot of press conferences after games. Got to watch a lot of games. Watch some great games. I got to look, and we talking about a mid-major conference here in the Atlantic Sun, which is those of you who don't know, there was our one big lead. So the only way you get into the tournament, you have to win that lead, no matter what you did.
Right.
Okay.
You got to win the tournament. Yeah.
So that was interesting. And to have both the ladies and the men's tournament here in Jacksonville, that was a fun experience for me. I did post on the YouTube channel my ladies version of it. The men's and the women's are both on my socials and on the Playmakers Network socials as well, if you want to catch the men's side of it. So that was a very fun experience for me.
All right. What what do you think in terms of the coverage of having Jacksonville host a tournament like that was good, and what was something that left a lot to be desired for you?
So one thing I noticed,
Mhm.
and I thought this was just I don't want to say notice, but something that I always thought about when it comes to mid majors and actually proved to me what I was thinking. That most people in these mid majors don't travel.
Hmm. That's a good point.
They don't these the fan bases for these mid majors, they don't travel.
Yeah, that's a real good point.
They don't travel. So it wasn't like UNF was not sold out. The Veterans Five Star Veterans Memorial Arena was not sold out. No, everybody was on one side of the arena. You probably had some fruit people sitting in the floor seats down below, but they had like credentials and stuff, so they pretty much sit there.
Hmm.
So that was one thing that kind of confirmed how I felt about mid majors. Because if you had like let's say the SEC tournament in Jacksonville,
Oh yeah,
good luck.
the city would be a mess.
Good
I mean, in a good
luck.
way.
Good luck getting in there. But for mid majors, that don't work that way, and it's kind of a shame because you want to see people come out and support these players and coaches who are working hard to do something that's hard to do, especially in basketball. Even though it's 68 spots, you only get one shot.
Yeah.
You only get one shot. So I did notice that.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can think of something else that was on my mind. All right. So you got a chance to get the lay of the land, and that you mentioned mid major. I think that was a really good point about how mid majors are as opposed to a big conference. Because I could tell you, being in Nashville, and since SEC was loving having Nashville host the tournament for the men's for sure, because they seem to want to go back there every year. Um, yeah, you normally will have to block off probably between Tuesday to Sunday as to the craziness that will happen in downtown Nashville. So it's great to have that perspective how a mid major will be a little different in terms of the media coverage. How were the players toward you, and how were the players toward the media pool, and would you want to do this again?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. They answer my questions openly, candidly, honestly. It was interesting, and the Atlantic Sun people. Shout out to Clara Johnson, who was the main person over the press conferences. She loved the fact that I was there. She enjoyed
Mhm.
the fact that I was there because I asked. What I did was in these press conferences, like knowing I watched the game, I can look at the stat sheet and I can just
Mhm.
throw basic questions out there that most media
Right.
people do.
Hmm.
What I did was I would listen to I would listen to Claire Johnson because she'll start everything on. She'll ask questions and stuff like that. I can listen to her. I
Hmm.
can listen to the players and the coaches how they answer the question, how they get a sense how they feeling, and then I can form my own question in a different way
Hmm.
to get to see how they felt. So most of the clips that you see are all my questions they are answering. So every clip that you see them answering, that's coming from me answering them a question. So that's why you got to hear a lot of in-depth answers from coaches and players.
Hmm.
So that's how that happened.
That
Because it's
is
easy
cool.
to look at the box score and be like, "Hey, let's talk about this." And I can actually look at the game, frame it. Because remember, I used to play basketball, so I come with a
Right.
player mindset as well. So I can think
Nice.
like a player and getting the rep for being a media person.
Right.
So I get to understand both sides of it now.
Hmm.
So, it was just players, coaches, they was very candid in answering the questions. And that's because I was attentive of listening first. and not just sticking with the question that I first had in my head. I listened first. I said, okay, you know what? Maybe I can answer a different. Let me ask a different question and go that route.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, because I think that I'm thinking with media, they for some reason some of them have access to grind and they seem to forget. Oh, we're actually supposed to um, make the athletes feel comfortable, not throw them softball questions, but make it so that we can gather an athlete's perspective or a coach's perspective in a way that the average person who watches the sport wouldn't get.
And I think for me being an independent media person helps as well because I'm not focused on getting a certain perspective or
Hmm.
getting a certain answer to make a certain deadline.
Hmm.
Because I think that's what happened in most media, especially in all the big medias, like you work for one of them, USA
Right.
Today.
Right.
But we need an answer on this particular
Right.
subject
Hmm.
so we can make this particular article at this particular time.
Right.
I don't have to worry about that. I can literally just come thinking like a player,
Hmm.
watch the game, analyze it in my head, look at the stat sheet, be like, okay, I see what happened here. Okay, this team had like 5 players in double figures. This this team struggled here. I can go in that route if I want to, but I'm not the one starting the initiative. I had Claire Johnson starting that off. So now I can just sit back, listen. Okay, I
Hmm.
hear. Okay, this is how they feeling. This what? Okay, let me. I'm going a different route. Forget the questions that I had. Going a different route. Um, for example, for
Hmm.
example, in the championship game, shout out to Queens University up there in Charlotte, North Carolina on the men's side, winning the championship, making the NCAA tournament. We can ask them a lot of different questions. They just won the championship. They just made school history. Okay, and there's a lot of things that went on in that game. That game went in overtime, by the way. We had a player on the other side go for 40, I want to say 49 points in that game, scoring 41 in the second half. I
Hmm.
could have easily just talked to the championship team and talk about what did you have to do to make sure y'all won that game despite him going off of that. I could have went that route. Didn't want
Hmm.
to. This is what I did though. Because in the first half, that same player, been shout out to Cameron Hunter from Central Arkansas. My favorite, I'm gonna go ahead and answer this question. I know you had this question in your head. My favorite player in the tournament,
Right.
Cameron Hunter, Central
Okay.
Arkansas. That dude there was amazing. He's the player that went off with 49, scored 41 in the second half and in overtime.
Hmm.
Kept his team in the whole entire time. I could have talked about him, but I did him in this way because at the end of the first half, he blocked the shot that could have cut Central Arkansas lead down to 2 instead of keeping it at 4. He blocked the shot, right? I went to go
Hmm.
say, Coach, let me go back to the first half. What was your message, Kim? Cameron, he brought the shot. They get momentum. They feel good about this. So, what are you telling your team at halftime? Then he gave the answer that he gave.
Hmm.
And then from there, I can look at the players. All right, player like Nasad Man from Gainesville, Florida, just won the conference championship in Jacksonville.
Hmm.
What does it feel like to win the conference tournament? You're just 90 minutes away from home. Literally just 90 minutes away from home.
Hmm.
Go to the other two players. I can say history. And they all can, you can see it in their eyes. How does it feel to know that for the first time ever, you get to see your school's name in the tournament bracket?
Hmm.
And it's the first time they ever been eligible to make the tournament.
Mm. First time able to make the tournament and they actually win it. Wow. That is impressive. Well, I'm glad you have that perspective. I'm glad you actually talked about who was the player that shined the most in the tournament. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this happens if you get a chance to actually rock on and actually do ACC tournament or the SEC tournament. It'll be interesting to see the Playmakers Network actually dip their toe in that. With the Atlantic Sun, great place to start. Well, thank you for your coverage, and that now will conclude Around the Hardwood.
Commercial break, and when we come back, it's madness talk time. It is all about the madness.
Oh, yeah. Dig it.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
And welcome back to Showing Lights Out here on this Austin 316 day.
Never mind.
And before we get to the madness, Snowman being Snowman that he is.
Snowman Multimedia says, the Supersonic should have never left. And he says, the Seattle Supersonics. He also goes on to say, F Vegas. Bring back the Seattle Supersonics. He says, coincidence, Mars. And he goes on to say, in my Vin Scully voice, and the playmaker got the answer to his rhetorical question.
Come on, man. Like I said, why would I answer a rhetorical question? Come on, man. I'm not going to answer that rhetorical question because I know what he's looking for. That doesn't work. And then finally, he did confirm we are only Snowman Multimedia Sports Network.
It was just so salty. But yeah, Snowman went on to say, this fabulous show is on the Sports and Multimedia Network. But he just sounded so salty, though. That's all I was pointing out. I was just pointing out, you're sounding salty. Why?
You knew I wasn't going to answer that because you already know why. Come on, man. You for real.
Oh, I was like, they make a salty. Why?
But the madness is here. The road to the Final Four is officially set to begin tomorrow with the first 4. So let's go through the bracket, starting with the men's NCAA tournament. And your number 1 seeds as follows: Duke, the overall number 1, followed by Arizona, Michigan, and the reigning defending national champion, the Florida Gators.
Cougars, you messed up. You're supposed to be number 1 seed. You messed it up. Florida was in the tank.
Did they really mess up though?
Well, I mean, no, in the end, but they should be the number 1 seed.
Like I said, did they really mess up though? Or did they do themselves a favor?
Well, they might have done themselves a solid, but still, they should have been the number 1 seed. They failed.
So you have the number one seed in the East region, the Duke Blue Devils, representing the East. They'll be seeing Siena in the round of 64. Then you have Ohio State, TCU in the 8-9, St. John's and Northern Illinois in the 5-12, Kansas and Cal Baptist in the 4-13, your 6-11, Louisville in South Florida, 3-14, Michigan State, North Dakota State, your 7-10 matchup, UCLA in Central Florida. And then your 2-15 matchup, UConn and Furman. Mr. Johnson.
Mhm.
Question goes for you. I had it. I gotta find it again. I had a way that I wanted to break it down. See
Okay.
if I can find it again. All right, so Mr. Johnson, I need your favorite, your dark horse, the upset that you're watching for, and your Sweet 16 prediction.
Sweet 16. Okay.
First, let's start with the favorite. Who you got favorite in this region?
The whole region?
Yep.
Well, I believe Duke will be the one to come out the region. So I think they'll be able to withstand whatever the rest of the region will offer them. I think they got tested well enough in the ACC tournament, and that embarrassing L they took in Chapel Hill, I think, should shake them up.
Okay. Who is your dark horse in this region if you had to pick one?
The dark horse, I don't know how dark the horse would be, but I guess it would have to be Michigan State, because I think people do not believe that this program can go as far as they can. I see them being the team that will go pretty far, and I think they will challenge Duke to get out the region.
Okay. So Miss Duke, they're the favorite to come out the region. Look out for Tom Izzo, because this is Tom Izzo time.
Mhm.
It don't even matter. He can be an 8 seed. I mean, you be still looking at, well, that's
Yep.
Tom Izzo over there, so you never know.
Exactly.
All right. Is there an upset in this region that you're looking at?
Let me see. Yeah, it's a mild one, but I don't think it's a big one. I believe I had TCU go over on Ohio State, so you have that 9-8.
TCU taking down Ohio State, who finally made it back into the bracket in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
That was suck for Ohio State fan. You finally made it into the bracket and you're one and done.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I keep bouncing back and forth. All right, I think I'm gonna commit. St. John's will probably playing Duke in the Sweet 16.
St. John's versus Duke in the Sweet 16. Who else would be in the Sweet 16?
Oh, so you got those two. Let me see. Michigan State, obviously, and UConn.
Oof. So Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, and UConn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the favorite in this one is obviously Duke. They're the overall number one seed.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Your dark horse team?
Michigan State.
Nope. I'm going St. John's.
Are you going St. John's? Okay.
The regular season and tournament champions of the Big East gets a 5 seed.
And?
A 5 seed.
And?
They should at least a 3 or a 4 seed.
Man,
Not a 5 seed.
People don't give a crap about the Big East like that anymore.
I get you on that, but when you win the regular season over UConn and you win a tournament title over UConn, that should count for something.
But the funny thing
I'm
is,
not like everybody else that's overblowing the fact that UConn's a 2 seed. Like UConn was literally battling Florida for the last number 1. Florida lost that, opened the door for UConn, and St. John's did what they did to UConn. So it's like, okay, UConn, you're a 2 seed, Florida, you're the 1 seed. There it is. It's all set for us.
But it's funny though, you have them in the same region.
It is funny that they're in the same region.
Yeah.
My dark horse is St. John because they coming in with a chip on their shoulder.
Rick Pitino.
Would you stop with your biasness? Okay, I'm making Coach ball.
I am not biased.
Yes, you are. When it comes to coaches that you don't like, you are very biased.
What gives you that impression, playmaker?
Let me think. Dabo Sweeney. Mm, let me think. Brian Kelly. Let me think. Les Miles. Let me think. Speaking of which, I just throw out two LSU coaches from the past. Let me throw out the current coach. Let me think. Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin.
Oh, matter of fact, can I go to Virginia Tech and James Franklin?
Oh Lord,
I think you get the point.
Now, I was not biased about James Franklin. I mean, what he sexually does with football, that's not my business.
Just saying, when it comes to coaches you don't like, you're pretty biased. And the fact that you ain't give this man credit, that man has taken St. John's to back-to-back Big East titles.
I'm happy for Patino. It's wonderful. I mean, they won the regular season and tournament championships. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for those boys. I'm happy for him. Okay, at least he is not John Calipari. There you go. See,
man.
oh, he says that's a lie.
Thank you, Snowman.
What was that for?
He's saying you lying. That's what he's saying.
No, I get that, but I mean, that's a lie for? I didn't tell one.
Yes, you did.
Which one? What did I tell? It's a lie.
The Snowman gonna tell you. Come on, St. John should be a 3 or 4 seed. I'm just saying they should not be a 5 seed. That's like, dang. These people are saying there's nothing they could have did to be respected, which is like terrible.
The thing is, the Big East is nothing of a tournament, nothing of a conference like it was back when Snowman and I were growing up.
I get that. I understand, but that's what makes them my dark horse now. You didn't put the respect on St. John's name, so now they have a reason to make you put some respect on their name.
Good.
Not you, but the committee. Not you, but the committee.
I get that. I get that.
Is there an upset in this region that I can look at?
What would it be?
Oh boy. If you live in the state of Kentucky, you ain't gonna like me on this one. Oh, there you go. Told you gonna tell you.
Stone Multimedia says, Cole, not biased with certain coaches. To repeat again, that's a lie.
If you are a Louisville Cardinal fan, you hope your team come ready to play. Because I'm telling you right now, South Florida is not a team that you want to play around with.
I thought about moving them into the round 32, South Florida. I thought about that.
If there's an upset, look at Louisville and South Florida. Just throwing that out there. I would do UCF and UCLA, but what UCLA has done to finish off the season, I don't like UCF chances at all.
Oh, yeah.
If UCLA didn't finish it like they did, I probably would tell you that. But to be completely honest and non-biased, because I did go to UCF, I don't like UCF chances. But South Florida, which is the rival of UCF, by the way, I like their chances against Louisville.
But the man roots for Florida. I'm sorry, my bad. I did not mean to say that.
That's not a lie.
That I know, but that
I bleed blue and orange.
He bleeds blue and orange, but he went to school that was clad in gold and black.
Hey, that's up to me. What you want me to do? Deny it and not go and get their experience? You did the same thing.
I would have, yes.
You don't see me coming around here and parading around. I just don't even parade around as a Florida Gator fan either. So. Yeah.
Okay, fine. You don't.
Like, you had to think about that.
Yeah. And I did remember. Yeah, you actually wear Ram stuff more than you wear the Gator stuff. Case in point, today.
Well, I got on the Gator shirt. You just can't see it, but I got on the Gator shirt.
I figured you did, but you don't sport them all the time. That's what I'm saying.
I don't. I try to give all my teams some love. That includes the Orlando Magic, but I get to whenever we're done with this tournament. And my Sweet 16, give me Duke, give me UConn, give me Michigan State, and give me St. John's.
Oh, okay.
From the East, we head to the West.
West
And the Arizona Wildcats are the top seed in that one. They'll be facing Long Island University, the Sharks. Congratulations on making the tournament. Your 8-9 is Villanova and Utah State. 5-12, Wisconsin and High Point. Prepare if you're looking for the highest scoring game. This is the game that you circle. Wisconsin versus High Point. That would be the highest scoring game in the round of 64, in my opinion. 4-13, Arkansas, Hawaii. 6-11, BYU, and they'll get the winner of Texas and NC State out of the first four. 3-14, Gonzaga and Kansas State. 7-10, Miami, Missouri. And your 2-15, Purdue and Queens University from the Atlanta Sun. Obviously, the favorite is Arizona in this one. The dark horse in this one. Ready for a surprise?
Okay.
I got BYU as my dark horse.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna go with the guys that married a sister, the cousin, their aunt, their aunt,
It is not my
the
job.
grandmother.
It's not my job to judge them on what they can do in their personal life. It is my job to judge what they do on their basketball court.
And their daughters. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know.
What they do in their personal life, I do not know. I don't want to know. It's what they do once they step on that hardwood and they dribble the basketball.
You raise a good point.
BYU's my dark horse in this one. The upset to watch. This is Cole.
Sorry.
My 10-7 upset is here in this bracket.
Okay, so you're gonna have Mizzou go over on Miami. Okay.
Missouri over Miami, and my Sweet 16 is Arizona. I have Arizona coming out of here. I have BYU coming out of here. I have Purdue coming out in the Sweet 16, and I have Arkansas. So pretty much I got 1, 2, 6, and 4. Go Johnson, your turn.
All right, I have Arizona getting out the region. I think they're the best team in the region for sure. The dark horse I have for this region, actually, I think it's Missouri. I think that's my dark horse in the region. Let me see.
I don't know, that's your upset too, ain't it?
And it's one upset, yeah. The Sweet 16, of course, Arizona, Arkansas, but I get boring though. Arizona, Arkansas, Gonzaga, and Purdue.
Gonzaga, you have the 3 seed coming out of there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's picking Gonzaga. Mark Few and Bud all have a chance to make the Elite Eight, according to Coach Johnson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do.
All right, Mr. Johnson, here's the Midwest region, sir.
All right, now for the Midwest. Let's see, you have Michigan going up against University of Maryland, Baltimore County, or Howard. Whoever's going to be the 16th, whoever's going to win that game, they play it tomorrow or when it's tomorrow. Yeah, when they play tomorrow. Then they will advance to be the sacrificial lamb of the Wolverines. Georgia St. Louis, they are the 8-9 seed game. Texas Tech and Akron, that's the 5-12. Congratulations to the Red Raiders. Alabama, they're the 4th seed. They play Hofstra in the first round. The 6-11 seed is Tennessee. I'm not going to go as far as I am going to go with them. They will play the winner of Miami of Ohio, not of Florida, and SMU. Do your thing, Miami of Ohio. Virginia, the number 3 seed, they will take on Wright State. Kentucky, they're the 7th seed. They will take on the 10 seeded Santa Clara. Congratulations to you all, because normally you are the sacrificial lambs for Gonzaga in the West Coast Conference and don't even get this far. So congratulations to you. And Iowa State, who they had a good run and all of a sudden petered out a little bit, but they maintained. They ended up being the number 2 seed. They will host Tennessee State. Shout out to the HBCU, making it to the number 15 seed. All right. I had mentioned coming out the region. The dark horse, Tennessee. And that's the dark horse that I have. So the 4 that I have coming out of this region to be in the Sweet 16. Let's see, Michigan, Alabama, Virginia, and I went Iowa State. I was thinking about picking Kentucky, but I was like, nah, I'm not really.
So you went all chalk on the Midwest. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have an upset in this region?
Tennessee. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. No, I didn't. I don't think I actually picked an upset in this region. I don't think.
Okay. Michigan, the favorite to come out of here. Dark horse. Do I really have a dark horse in this region? No, I don't. I don't see a dark horse in this region.
That's what I'm saying. I said the same thing. I was like, ugh.
Because the Sweet 16, I have to say that you have 1, 4, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have 2 upsets in this region. Oh. Can you guess the first one?
9/8.
Nope.
Really? Okay. You got
Nope.
Georgia going over St. Louis. Okay.
Nope.
So if it's not them, then
if this plays out correctly, Miami of Ohio over Tennessee.
Okay. So that's one. And I would say the other one would be Santa Clara over Kentucky.
Nope. I thought about that one. And that's a very hard one because I don't know which Kentucky team gonna show up.
That's why I said that. That's why I said that.
Nope.
So
this is my 5-12 upset.
Akron over Texas Tech? Okay.
I went Akron over Texas Tech.
All right.
Oh, trust me, I thought about Santa Clara over Kentucky. I really did. Because I have no idea what Kentucky team gonna show up.
I don't even think the coaches know which team's gonna show up.
So if Santa Clara does knock off Kentucky, I would not be surprised whatsoever. But Texas Tech dealing with some injuries, and I don't know if Akron's the team that you want to deal with injuries with.
Guess you'll find out.
You already don't have JT Toppin for the rest of the season. So, but man, I thought long and hard about this too. Because I actually like Texas Tech. I'm like, you know what? For some reason, I think Akron might get them because of the injuries, man. I think Akron might get them. I could be. If you ask me, playmaker, what percentage are you on this upset? I am at a 40%.
Okay.
Which means 60% is still saying Texas Tech's going to win this game. But I'm at a 40%, so I was like, you know what? I'm taking it. Because if you ain't healthy, especially with how this season is going, you going to get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Even the mid-majors can ball too now. Yeah, especially this year. So that is the Midwest region. So Cole Johnson, the final region.
All right, so that would be the South. All right.
The region of death for if you are part of the Playmakers Network.
All right, so Florida, they are the number 1 seed overall in this region. They'll take on the winner of Prairie View A&M Lehigh. They'll become the sacrificial lambs of the defending national champs. The 8-9 seed in this 8-9 seed game, there will be Clemson versus Iowa. Vanderbilt, the 5 seed, they'll go up against McNeese. They used to be called McNeese State. They're the 12th seed. You have Nebraska and Troy. Nebraska number 4, the 4th seed. Troy, the number 13th seed. You have North Carolina, who's the 6th seed. They're going up against Virginia Commonwealth. Illinois, number 3, they will take on Penn, who's the 14th seed. St. Mary's, the 7th seed. They will take on Texas A&M, the 10th seed. And you have Houston and Idaho, 2-15.
So before we continue on, this is the reason why I say this is the region of death for people connected to the Playmakers Network. Y'all know who I'm a fan of. They're the number 1 seed. Those of you who've been watching the show, you know who a fan of, you know what fandom Cole Johnson represents. They're the 2 seed in this region. And a region that happens to be in what city?
The regional final happens to be in Houston.
For those of you who want to put the pieces together, that's why I said that them not winning the Big 12 championship actually do them a favor. They are in the region where the regional finals is in their exact city. And then a brother of ours, he's in this region too, Cole.
Yes. And they are the 6th seed. That'll be University of North Carolina.
Oh my God. So it's Cole Johnson, myself, and Cool McCain all in the same damn region. We can't even get spread out to enjoy each other region. We all in the same region. Mm-hmm. Which one of us want to come out of this damn region? The favorite in this region is actually split, but a slight edge is going to the team that resides in the regional finals. Houston is the favorite over Florida because the regional finals is in Houston. Now, you can probably guess how I feel about that.
You feel happy. You should, because Houston's a wonderful city.
Shut up, because you moved back to Houston.
I mean,
my team's the number 1 seed. See, last year my team was number 1 seed and we got sent out west. This year my team's the number 1 seed and we got to deal with Houston.
But you're in your own region, though. You're actually in the South. Although Houston it's not really considered the South, but that's a horse of a different color.
Like I said, last year we was the number 1. We was the final number 1 seed. We got sent out west. This year we're the final number 1 seed and we have to deal with the team that city is actually hosting the freaking regional finals.
Go Cougs.
Don't say Go Cougs now, because you not that long ago you was too busy getting on them about losing to Arizona at all teams. Like it's Arizona, by the way.
I still am getting on them. Go Cougs.
You know damn well they ain't gonna be Arizona. Arizona's that beast this year. Come on now. What do you think they're number 1 seed for?
I understand that. I do. I fully understand that. This it don't say Go Cougs. Oh my gosh.
So yes, Houston is favored to come out of this region. Not the reigning defending national champions.
Right.
Dark horse in this region. Sorry, Mr. Cole Johnson, but the doctors, the lawyers, the engineers for me. They don't turn the ball over. That backcourt does not turn the ball over. You see, it took a Cup Junior to score 30 freaking points and had like almost double digits in assists to beat them in the SEC championship game. You have to play your A game against Vanderbilt. Otherwise, you look like Florida watching them shooting 65% from the field, and you just like, well, darn, how do you beat Tech? You don't, even if you're the reigning defending national champions. If a team can shoot 60% from the field, you just tip your cap and take your L. That's why anybody like, why you not mad? Well, I mean, they shoot 60% from the field. Like, what you want me to get mad about? What's there for me to get mad about? If you show 60%, it's like, isn't even worth you getting mad over? It's like they just own one. It is what it is. So yes, I got Vanderbilt, my dark horse. Upsets in this region. Do I have any upsets in this region, Coach Johnson? Do you think I have any upsets in this region?
Yes.
You're right, I do. And take a guess what upset it is.
Houston over Florida.
Nope.
Say what?
How's that an upset when y'all the favorite anyway?
Because Houston's ranked number 2, is the number 2 seed. Florida's number 1.
No damn upset. This is him taking his shots at me. He's been gone for so long.
I would never take a shot at you, playmaker.
That's a lie. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, Coach Johnson, he wants the Elite Eight to be Florida and Houston. That's what he really wants. That's what he wants. He's still steaming over last year.
Yes. Have that matchup 51 weeks later. Yes.
And they'll be messed up if Florida win that one too.
That would be messed up.
I might have to just give him the whole show.
That'd be doubly messed up if Houston leads 39 minutes of that game too. Anyway.
No, that's not my upset.
Okay, so your upset would obviously be Vanderbilt over Nebraska. That's one of them.
If you want to call that an upset.
Right. Then I would say North Carolina over Illinois.
Nope.
Really?
Nope. Right team in the wrong spot. VCU over North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
they don't have Caleb Wilson, and VCU is a very physical team. So Hubert Davis gonna have to bring that physicality with his team from Chapel Hill to take on the Rams team. And if you don't, you're getting bounced up out of here.
Chapel Hill, nah. Oh, sorry, my bad.
So yes, I got VCU over North Carolina, and I thought about putting Texas A&M over St. Mary's. I thought about that. Speaking of physicality, but Texas A&M like to run too, so that's like a dangerous combination. A team that want to play physically and want to run it at the same time. I want to know how St. Mary's going to handle that. But if St. Mary's is St. Mary's and they can hit shots, I mean, that would negate all that. But my Sweet 16, Florida, Houston, Illinois, and Vanderbilt.
Okay. Well, that actually is my Sweet 16. Florida, Vanderbilt, Illinois, and Houston. Yeah. So Vanderbilt would for me be the dark horse. I wanted to put North Carolina over Illinois, but I just couldn't pull the trigger on it. I just couldn't do it. And the team to come out this region, I believe it's going to be Houston. And no, this is not taking pot shots at playmaker. I really believe, to me, home court advantage does play a factor in these tournaments, and Houston lucked up into having some home cooking. I'm still pissed that they're not the number one seed. And they didn't necessarily have to be the number one seed in this region. I'm just pissed that they were. But obviously, they decided that Florida, tanking as bad as they did in the NCAA tournament, was a little better than Houston not doing what they were supposed to do in the Big 12 tournament, which I understand. But
even if that, Florida resume is still better than Houston. It's like, come on, man.
that's fine.
Come on, it's a whole body of work. It's not just a conference tournament.
Well, fine. So the body of work is better. Now, Cougs, don't don't pussyfoot around this team when you get to the Elite Eight. Take them Gators out. Take them out. They don't belong in this picture. Take them out.
You don't belong in this picture. Pick a ring of the champion. What you mean?
End their national championship bid in Houston. End it.
He wouldn't be saying all that if the national championship last year went a different way. But it didn't.
That pisses me off. How you lead 39 of the 40 minutes, and the 40th minute of the game, you give the game away. How? Why? Still pissed. How you piss away a national championship, and then the game before that, you had to feverishly come back from a big time deficit to beat another blue blood just to get to the title game.
And Duke. Otherwise, I would have had my exact national championship game. Duke versus Florida.
That pisses me off.
But hey, Houston gets on cooking. And they're a 2 seed.
Well, take it up with the NCAA committee. Take it up with them.
That's the men's side. Share your thoughts. Who you got coming out of each region? Got any upsets? Got any dark horses? Because now we move into the ladies side of it. Let's shift right over to the ladies. Your number one seeds: UConn, UCLA, Texas, and South Carolina, which is like no shot. They're like the 4 best teams in the entire world. It doesn't matter where you sitting them all of them at. That's all that matter. We know who the 4 ones is. That's where you sitting them, man. Where they going? That's all we needed to know.
We do these will be the 4 number 1 seeds before the season began.
We just need to know where they were going to be at.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and before we continue on, Snowman.
Snowman says NRG Park, which that's the stadium in Houston, or the area in Houston where they're going to play this, is going to be crazy. Yeah, it will be. He says Cole never takes a shot at anyone. That's a lie. James Franklin, anybody? I did not take a shot at James Franklin. It's not my fault that he was a hoe.
He wasn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Snowman says, for the 4th time, that's a lie. LOL.
And then he's about your Houston Cougars last year.
He says they gave it away twice.
And then for the ladies' side, he just practically says,
"Is this the ladies tournament is going to be the UConn Invitational."
Man, Pharaoh's back. Where you been at?
Like it's a golf course. Oh, Pharaoh Hex 115. He says, "Let's go Gamecocks."
And let's begin in the UConn region 1 for this. As the UConn Huskies, the overall number 1 team in the land, they'll take on UTSA, University of Texas of San Antonio. You have Cole Johnson's favorite player, and all the coats in the Iowa State Cyclones taking on the Syracuse Orange Women in 9-8. Maryland and Murray State 85-12. North Carolina and Western Illinois in the 4-13. Notre Dame and Fairfield 6-11. Ohio State Howard in the 3-14. Your 7-10 is Illinois and Colorado. And your 215, Vanderbilt and High Point. Mr. Johnson, the same format we did for the men, we are doing for the ladies.
Okay.
Obviously, you know who the favorite is. You need to worry,
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
mention that.
Don't even have to talk about who the favorites in this region. Let me see. And who's going to come out of it. Notre Dame is the dark horse for me in this region. Who did I have? Okay, I think I had UConn. I think I had UConn, Maryland, I think. Yeah, I think it was UConn, Maryland, Notre Dame, and Vanderbilt.
Notre Dame making a trip to the Sweet 16. All right. Okay. UConn, Maryland, Vanderbilt, and Ohio State.
Yeah, I hedged on that. I was like, okay, I think Notre Dame probably will get over Ohio State.
The problem with Notre Dame and Ohio State, because I do have that matchup, Ohio State defense is going to be a problem for Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
And them girls play some defense.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. So, dark horse, don't really have a dark horse in this one. It's pretty much fairly chalk for me. I did have Maryland over North Carolina in the round of 32. I did have an upset, though.
Mm-hmm.
I got Tennessee, Colorado taking out Illinois.
We're not feeling the laying on there. Okay.
I got Colorado putting up the 10-7 upset in this one.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there, and Pharaoh agrees with me.
Pharaoh X115 says Ohio State will be an issue for Hannah Hidalgo. Well, yeah, they probably will be.
I got to take Ohio State in that one. Region 1, Fort Worth. Let's go to Sacramento. We're going to Region 2. That's when it begins in Sacramento, where the UCLA Bruins will take charge of this one, and they'll be facing Cal Baptist. Shout out to the Baptist men and women for making the tournament. And both of y'all be taking first round upsets. Or first round losses, I say.
I was about to say, you're going to have them beat UCLA? I want to see this trick turned.
No, that is not happening. I misspoke. I caught myself before you caught me.
I was like, I want to see that trick turned. I'm like, okay.
Yo, 8-9, Oklahoma State, Princeton, 5-12, Ole Miss, Gonzaga, 4-13, Minnesota, Green Bay, 6-11, Baylor, and the winner of Nebraska and Richmond. Your 3-14, Duke in Charleston. Your 17, Texas Tech, Villanova, and your 2-15, LSU in Jacksonville. JU, I love y'all. It's been a fun covering the tournament to see y'all win it in the home city. But yeah, that is LSU on the other side.
Right.
It's LSU on the other side. I'm sorry. I wish I could say anything positive about this, but that is LSU on the other side. There's nothing positive I can come out of this whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you should probably beat LSU. I'd be happy. Even though I do like LSU. He will most definitely be happy because he can't stand Cam Mulkey.
Yeah, that loud jacket wearing heifer needs to get out the tournament.
But outside that, I have nothing.
Her and her doggone Blazers. Gone.
Obviously, you know who the favorite in this region is, UCLA.
Yeah.
There's nothing to it.
Yeah.
Do I have any upsets in this region? No, I do not. No, I don't have any upsets in this region. And my Sweet 16 teams are LSU, Ole Miss, UCLA, and Baylor. Actually, I do have Baylor as my dark horse.
Yeah, I have. Let me see. I have. Baylor coming out of the region, and no.
You did it because I messed up, so you wanted to mess up on purpose. That's the only reason why you did that. That's the only reason why you did that.
I mean, UCLA basically they could call the defeat. They can call the margin to defeat. No, their position is not up for debate. They're gonna cruise through this region. I don't have any big time upsets. I have minor ones, like Ole Miss over Minnesota, but I mean it's just minor. Uh, so the Sweet 16 would be UCLA, Ole Miss, Duke, and LSU.
I got Baylor. You got Duke.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He said this bracket's a nightmare for you for the Bruins.
Mm-hmm.
He also says UCLA could beat UCLA in that bracket. Also, Ole Miss. And Farrell actually has LSU taking down the Bruins.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. From Farrell, he has LSU doing their thing. Okay. That's Region 2. Mr. Johnson, we go to Region 3, and we're going back to Fort Worth. Oh, this happened to be your region. How wonderful.
Yes, and the number one seed in that region will be Texas. Interesting that they named the region Fort Worth, well, part Fort Worth. They will host the well, shouldn't host. They will play the winner of Missouri State. Excuse me, Missouri State and doggone it,
Stephen F. Austin.
Stephen F. Austin. Thank you. I was like, doggone it, the acronym's not coming to me. Yeah, Stephen F. Austin. It don't matter. Oregon and Virginia Tech. That's the 8-9. Kentucky, the number 5 seed, they will go up against James Madison, who's the 12th seed. Number 4, West Virginia, they will play Miami, number 13. Number 13 seed. That's Miami of Ohio, not Florida. Alabama, excuse me, Alabama, the number 6 seed, they will they will play Rhode Island, number 11 seed. Number 3 seeded Louisville, they will take on Vermont, who's the number 14 seed. NC State, who's the 7th seed, they will take on the number 10 seed Tennessee. And Michigan, the number 2 seed in this region, they will take on Holy Cross at number 15. All right. Playmaker, all yours, sir.
And Texas the favorite. Let's just get that out the way. Dark horse, Alabama. Alabama's my dark horse in this one.
Yeah.
And then you want to know my upset? Yeah, because my Sweet 16 teams would be Texas, West Virginia, Michigan, and Alabama. I have Alabama taking down Louisville in the round of 32.
Okay. Yeah, Texas definitely getting out this region. Alabama's my dark horse too. Let me see. So Sweet 16 would be Texas. I think I actually had Kentucky. Texas, Kentucky, Alabama, and Michigan.
You had Kentucky surviving that press? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Which brings us to Sacramento 4.
All right. And this is the region where South Carolina will be the number 1 seed. They'll take on the winner of Southern U and Samford. The 8-9 is Clemson, and the 8th seed going up against the unfortunate USC squad that's without our favorite female basketball player at the moment, one Miss Juju Watkins.
At least they still
Heal up, girl. I know they still made a tournament. Heal up, girl. We want to see you just wreck shop when you get back. Number 5 seed Michigan State. The Lady Spartans, they will go up against Colorado State. Lady Rams will be ramming against them. Oklahoma is the number 4 seed. They will go against Idaho, the number 13 seed. The Lady Huskies, Washington, number 6 seed. They will take on the number 11 seed, South Dakota State. The Horned Frogs, the number 3 seed. They will take on UC San Diego, the number 14 seed. You have Georgia, who's the 7th seed. They'll take on the winner of Virginia and Arizona State. Whoever wins that will be the number 10 seed. And Iowa, the number 2 seed, doing mighty well 2 years now after Caitlin Clark. They will take on
Fairleigh Dickinson.
Fairleigh Dickinson, yes. The number 15 seed. You first, playmaker.
Okay, South Carolina's the favorite in this region. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. Upset. I have an upset in this region. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the Jackrabbits.
Say what?
I have the Jackrabbits. Taking down Washington.
You have the jackass. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
For some reason, that did not come out on purpose, but that's what came out. Why are you thinking about Billy Napier?
I don't know. Whenever I hear Jack and a sports team, that it just automatically goes to Billy Napier. I'm sorry, sir.
Because I know for sure I said Jackrabbits. I ain't saying nothing.
You did. You said Jackrabbit.
Yes, I got South Dakota State taking down Washington. That's my 6-11 upset.
Okay.
But my Sweet 16, it'll be South Carolina, Oklahoma, TCU, and Iowa.
Okay. All right. Ain't no team gonna be getting past South Carolina.
Especially after South Carolina got whooped in the championship game.
And that's why I say no team's gonna get past them now, because they got thoroughly embarrassed in the SEC championship game. Thoroughly. I mean, to take an L to Texas is one thing, but to take a double-digit L in your backyard is another. So, yeah, I think they're going to be playing with a renewed fire. And actually, I think Dawn Staley is. I think she's smiling because she can get after. Be like, y'all thought you were tough. Y'all thought you were the greatest things in sliced bread. Texas showed you that what you is. Now prove me wrong that you ain't nothing. And when you have a coach that gets after players the way she does, they're gonna respond. So the Gamecocks are a straight up shoe-in to get out of this region. The upset. I'm sorry, Georgia.
Georgia?
Yes. Because no, not Georgia. I'm sorry, my bad.
It was like Georgia.
No, man, my bad. Actually, Washington, because I need to see TCU get out the paint as fast as they possibly can, and I don't think UC San Diego is going to do it. So
you have Washington taking out TCU.
Look, I'm having a look. I know that one's a biased one, but because for the exception of my man Ivan, my man Ben,
Here we go.
A special honey that lives in the Dallas area. Besides those wonderful people and the people they love, Dallas needs to sink now. So
Coach Johnson officially back. Yeah, he did his former I Love Dallas rant. Coach Johnson's officially back.
But I do love Dallas. I love Dallas to the point where I want to see Washington beat TCU's brains in. So
it's just one of them days. Just one of them days.
Okay, Monica. So the Sweet 16 will be South Carolina. Oh gosh, Now you tell that I'm trying not to be so biased. Oklahoma, because I wanted Michigan State. I wanted to say Michigan State so bad, but South Carolina, Oklahoma,
You
Washington,
took TCU out.
and Iowa. I'm sorry. I was like, it's a Dallas team. They need to go as fast as they possibly can, and UC San Diego can't do the job.
Oh my gosh. All right, we finna take a break. When we come back, contender or pretender, since the brackets are out, and you'll be quite interested on the two teams that I picked.
Join Ryan McCarthy
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
and Dustin Henry
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
as they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts.
I would dive in more, but man, I ain't gonna do it. And yes, Snowman said it perfectly for me.
Snowman says, "You a fool." Why? Why? Because I love Dallas.
Speaking of which,
Snowman says, "Cole loves Dallas." Now that's some bullshit. Look, I'm going to be look.
hey, Pharaoh, I don't need you being biased the whole entire time,
Look,
man.
Look. I am going to be attending a concert in Dallas sometime in September. So, to show you that I do love Dallas, I'm going to do that. Pharaoh X115 says, "I say South Carolina beating everybody in that bracket by at least double digits." Probably so.
We'll see. Now we got our contender pretender, and you're gonna find out who I picked. I don't need no theme. It's tournament time. So y'all just need the teams. On the men's side, take a wild guess. Look who it is.
Mm-hmm.
And on the ladies' side, it is the Baylor Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, they both are 6 seeds in their respective regions.
Mm-hmm.
So, here we go. North Carolina men. And shout out to Kuma Kane, my brother. From the Atlantic Coast Conference, 24-8 overall, the 6th seed in the South region. And the thing is, what is our benchmark for contenders, Coach Johnson? What was the benchmark that we set? We said that you're a contender.
Fresh my memory.
Was it Final Four?
I thought it was Elite Eight.
Elite Eight. So the road to the Elite Eight for the North Carolina Tar Heels, if every higher seed was advanced, is this, Coach Johnson. Obviously, they got VCU in the first round. And if they get past that, they'll get to see a Illinois team in round 32.
Right.
And if there's some happen to make it to the Sweet 16, it is who is that in the Sweet 16 spot, sir?
That would be University of Houston. The team that will be hosting the Sweet 16, the Elite Eight.
So is North Carolina the contender or a pretender?
Pretender.
There's no way in the hell y'all getting past Illinois. And there's no way in the hell you being Coach Johnson Houston Kuwait. And I'm not saying this to pick on Kuma King, because Kuma King will say the exact same thing, probably even more vague and disrespectful than I would, because that's his team.
Yeah. I don't think he'd be upset personally, because I think he wants to curse out and probably want to show Hubert Davis the door anyway.
So no, North Carolina, you're not contenders. I got y'all getting beat in the first round anyway to VCU. But if somehow y'all proved me wrong on that one, then you most likely get to see the fight in Atlanta. And I can speak for Coach Johnson. We don't like your matchup with them anyway.
Sure don't.
And it just so happened you put up that upset. Then it's Houston. In Houston. So no. You're not contenders in my book.
No.
That's the men's side. Let's go to the ladies' side. The Baylor Bears, who feel disrespected.
I don't know why.
Okay, Baylor. Do your road to the Elite Eight make you contenders? You also are 24-8 on the season. You are the 6th seed in Region 2 for the Big 12. So what does your road look like? Well, the first round, you get the win over Nebraska or Richmond. Okay. And then in round 32, you get a Duke team who found their switch in conference play. And then if you was to make it to the Sweet 16, that is LSU waiting for you.
Oh, yeah, they're pretenders.
Coach doesn't say they're pretenders.
Yeah, they're pretenders.
I do too. Only because I say y'all pretenders because y'all got to deal with LSU.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't have to deal with LSU, I'll probably make you contenders. But since you got to deal with LSU in the Sweet 16, because I got you beating Duke. I got you getting to the Sweet 16. That's when the glass slipper breaks. You're not beating LSU. So that means you don't make the Elite Eight, which make you pretenders, unfortunately. I give you a better chance than North Carolina. But Baylor, I don't think y'all there. I'm sorry. I just don't think so. And that would be contender and pretender.
Everything Boston. I love you morons. New Kids on the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
All right, now that we back and no full court this week, we're gonna save it for another time.
Right.
But we have them. But what we are going to do, we're going to reveal our Elite Eight to our championship picks, ladies and gentlemen. And I think, Mr. Jones, I think you're up first.
All right. Well, for the East region, I have Duke going up against Michigan State. I just thought that they were the two best teams in that region. And I have to say, I think Duke got battle tested in the ACC tournament. That was the only issue that I had with the team coming into tournament season. I was like, okay, so they won the regular season outright. Cool. But I did not like how they looked at Chapel Hill. Of course, they avenged the Chapel Hill loss with the butt whooping they took out on Carolina in Cameron Indoor. So I'm like, so they avenged that ridiculous L they took at Chapel Hill. They should not have lost that game. And they took some teams' best shots and still survived. So yeah, I think they're the best teams in the East, Duke and Michigan State. In the West, I have Arizona and Purdue. Unfortunately, it's to me, I think in that region, everybody's getting served up to the Wildcats. Personally, you could have been any of the other 15 teams that are in that region. In the Elite Eight, Arizona was going to serve them, and I think unfortunately Purdue's going to get served. In the Midwest region, you have Michigan and Virginia. I'm loving how Virginia looked against Duke, both in the regular season and in the tournament. So I think that there's a shot for them to really make it all the way to the Elite Eight. And in the South region, you have Florida going up against Houston. I think of the four, people probably say Duke, Michigan State is going to be the game of the round. But personally, I believe the national championship rematch, I think that is going to be the game of the round. And so I have as my final four, Arizona coming out the West, Michigan coming out of the Midwest, Duke coming out of the East, and Houston coming out of the South. Now, you would think, well, so you're a homer, Cole. You're going to pick Duke, right? I mean, you pick Houston, right? No. They don't have enough for Duke, unfortunately. And as for Michigan, I think they can wear Arizona down enough to where they can go past them. So the national championship, I have Duke versus Michigan, where I have the Dukies cutting down the nets in Indianapolis. Yes, a rematch from, what was it, 1992? Yeah. So, yeah, we will see these two teams go up against each other in the national championship again. The same result will happen. The Dukies will cut down the nets.
The Duke Blue Devils, John Sire captures his first national championship as the head coach of Duke. You believe in Duke, huh? You believe in the Boozer brothers.
Yeah, I do. I do.
All right, that is his Elite Eight championship ride on the men's side. What does mine look like? That's the wrong. Oh, I skipped one. My bad. Here's mine look like. Duke, UConn in the East, same as Coach Johnson, Florida and Houston rematching in the South. Arizona and BYU in the West, and Michigan and Iowa State in the Midwest. Duke, Florida. Yes, I did the Cardinal sin.
All number ones.
Number ones.
All number one seeds are advancing yours. Okay.
Hey, it happened last year. I think it's going to happen again this year. And then you have the Final Four, Duke versus Florida, Arizona versus Michigan. Duke, Florida, round 2. Duke won by 1 in Cameron indoors in the ACC SEC Challenge. They only beat Florida by 1 at home, and Florida was not Florida like they is now. This could be interesting. And Arizona and Michigan. So my championship game, he might have been a homer, but somebody was.
Of course, you're going to be straight homer. So all that talk back in January saying that this team wasn't national championship worthy, now you pick them to cut down the nets back-to-back seasons for this for this program for the first time in 19 years.
That's all we do is back-to-back.
No.
We have never won a single championship by ourselves. We do it back-to-back. Am I wrong?
So now he thinks Florida's Drake. Okay, gotcha.
Football. We did back-to-back, didn't we?
Yes, you did. 2007, 2008. Yes.
Basketball, we did back-to-back, didn't we?
2006, 2007. Yes.
This is what we do. And plus, I think that loss to Vanderbilt came at the right time. Even though I didn't want a loss, but I think that came at the right time.
It came at the right time, but I think put them in the wrong place.
Yeah. But somebody brought up a good point to me last year. What was the national championship game last year?
National championship game where, you said?
Yeah.
180 miles from where I am right now, San Antonio.
So we beat Houston in their own state.
Well, you beat them in their own state. This time, the Elite Eight will be in their own city.
Now we get to beat them in their own city. I think it's a worth shot. Even though that will piss you really off to get beat in your own city.
That
but the state's so high.
That should not happen. That should not. I'm not saying it can't happen. That should not happen.
That means if Florida cut down the nets again, that means Houston got beat somewhere along the line.
Mm-hmm. And
Now,
that would piss me off.
He won't be mad that Florida won. It's the fact that Houston got
No.
beat along the way at some point,
Correct.
which led to the Florida Gators going back to back.
I mean, yeah, if the Gators win again, cool. Yeah, I'm not tripping on that. I'd just be pissed that Houston screwed the pooch again. And if they do it to Florida, Cougs, you better not lose this team in a second consecutive tournament.
In the state of Texas again.
And both these games in the state of Texas, the second of which is actually in the city limits. Don't you let this team beat you. Having to lead 39 or 40 minutes and lost the game.
Even though losing to Florida is not bad.
No, losing to Florida is not that bad, but losing to Florida after having to leave a 39 minutes and then the 40th minute just simply screwed the pooch.
I just thought I would bring that up. So he's going Duke. I'm going Florida to go back to back. It worked out for me last year when I won the whole bracket.
That pissed me off. I thought I was going to win the whole thing, and then Houston screwed up the very last minute.
Oh, man. I can't wait for this one. This should be fun. Last year was fun. Cole thought he had it all the way through.
I did.
And then all of a sudden, my bracket started to pick up steam. It's like, oh. Well, I had Florida champions. I had Duke in there, but Duke got knocked off. He had Auburn. Florida knocked off Auburn. So we both had our championship winners. Somebody had to win. So my team won the championship and I won the bracket.
That pissed me off.
Now that's the men's. Let's go to the ladies' side. I'm going up first. You already saw some of it. I got UConn over Ohio State in Region 1. South Carolina over TCU in Region 4. UCLA over LSU in Region 2. And in Region 3, the Texas Longhorns over Michigan in Region 3. Yes, I got 2 2s and 2 3s in the Elite 8. I did not go all 2s. But I saying here, all number 1s.
In this
So,
case, it don't matter.
All right, Clayton, you got all number 1s in the ladies' side. Who you got in the Final Four? Well, here's the Final Four. UConn over South Carolina. Sorry, Farrell. Unless y'all can show me that y'all can play defense against a team that can shoot like AZ Flood. Yeah, I like UConn chances. And sorry, Coach Johnson. I know you got the female Kevin Durant over there. But y'all already beat UCLA early in the season, and I have a feeling they won't pay back.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same.
And then the UConn versus UCLA, and yeah, I don't think this is going to be a very tight game. I believe so. Because I think Cheryl Strong is finally going to meet somebody that can match her blow for blow and low in bets. Kiki Rice, she's going to find out why AZ Fudd is AZ Fudd. And I think UConn is the more disciplined team than UCLA. Not saying UCLA is not a disciplined team. I just think UConn is more disciplined on the Gino Auriemma. And for a 13th time, Gino and the UConn Huskies are cutting down the nets. I'm sorry. When I see UConn and I see that team on the road, I already know where this is going. Like last year. Most people saw UConn as number 2. I'm like, yeah, they might be number 2, but that's the most dangerous number 2 I have ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach, I'm just like, I'm on that boat with you. But all the way till you come in the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't expect them to blow out South Carolina like the way they did, but
yeah.
We already know once Gino get that train rolling, it's almost impossible to stop it. And that train is still rolling. even without pacemakers.
Mm.
Cole Johnson, here you go.
All right, so I had three, I should say, of the four number 2 seeds going to be taking it on the chin. Vanderbilt will take it on the chin to UConn. Iowa will take it on the chin to South Carolina. You'll have the Lady Tigers of LSU. They'll take it on the chin at UCLA. I should had Louisville get all the way to the Elite Eight, where Texas will take care of business there. So, yes, that's your 8 that I have. The 4 that I see advancing will be UConn, South Carolina, UCLA, and Texas. So, of course, I'm riding Texas all the way. I think UConn will handle South Carolina yet again. I don't think that'll be a problem. And I'm also with you. I think UCLA will gain vengeance on Texas. And unfortunately, Lady Longhorns, I'm rooting for you. I want you to bust my bracket. It just ain't going to happen. So the final 2 that I have, the national championship, will be UConn versus UCLA. And I think UCLA will put just enough pressure on UConn to actually throw them out for just a little bit. Just make that one more mistake than UCLA would make. And I think that would spell the difference between UConn and UCLA being national champions. And so the lady national champions that I have will be the Lady Bruins of UCLA.
So on the women's side, we pretty much went almost the same route.
Mm-hmm.
And then we flipped at the end.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Oh, boy. This is not going to be easy.
No, it's not.
But it's going to be fun. Those are our Elite Eight to our championship picks. On the men's side, I am going with my Florida Gators to go back-to-back. Coach Johnson, he's going with the Duke Blue Devils. On the ladies' side, I'm going with the UConn Huskies going back-to-back. Coach Johnson says, Gino, you're finally going to lose one, and it's going to be to the UCLA Bruins.
Yeah. Yeah.
One final break and one final thing to do, and we're out of here.
Cool McCain.
You thought you wanted Gunther against Chad Gable, but you didn't. And I'm going to tell you why. Chad Gable would take everything that Gunther's done and bury it.
The Playmaker.
It was on site. AJ Styles walked out there, seen LA like, oh, okay. And then LA Knight hopped out the car. Let's go.
Break down everything in TNA, AEW, and all of the WWE programming. Join these 2 kings, monarchs of wrestling, live every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central on the Play Caller Sports Talk YouTube channel.
And tonight should be a fun episode.
Yeah.
Whew, boy. So many things that don't took place in the world of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who claimed that didn't like wrestling all of a sudden appeared in wrestling, which was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder how we feel about that one.
I always thought that chick was taught the side of her neck and mouth anyway. So I'm not surprised.
And then, is there a fatigue going on for a certain superstar in the WWE?
Yes.
Because what took place on SmackDown probably didn't go the way that they thought it was going to go.
Yes. It looks like somebody's headed along the lines of the Cena sucks route. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks. I think we're about to have that now happen very soon.
So, myself, Cool McCain, should be a very interesting Monarchs of Wrestling.
Look at the coon. Look at the coon.
But before we get out of here, our good brothers Brian Snows, aka Snowman, he's getting ready to call some tournament action.
Look at the coon. Hey.
Snowman Multimedia takes on the March Madness. Thursday. This Thursday coming up, first round action for the men's side. He'll be calling the Ohio State Buckeyes against the TCU Horned Frogs. After that, Snowman will take a break and then he'll come back. He'll call the 4th seed Arkansas Razorbacks going against the 13th seed Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. And after another break from that, his primetime game on Thursday will be the 7th-seeded St. Mary Gales taking on the 10th seed at Texas A&M Aggies. So if you're having trouble catching the game or you don't like people who call the game, head over to Snowman Multimedia on the YouTube channel, and you can listen to the alternate play-by-play of Brian Snow calling these 3 games on the men's side. But that's the men's side. He will be doing the ladies as well. He'll be doing those on Friday. Early on Friday, Snowman will get you started with the 3-seed TCU Horned Frogs against the 14th seed UC San Diego. And then in the late afternoon window, you will get the 5th seed Ole Miss Rebels going against the 12th seed Gonzaga Bulldogs. And then in your primetime action, 2 teams that have been struggling have made the tournament, and it's round 2. The 7th seed NC State Wolfpack against the 10th seed Tennessee Volunteers. Snowman Multimedia on YouTube for alternate play-by-play of the first round of the NCAA Tournament. The men's on Thursday, the ladies on Friday. And then check him out for weekend, Saturday and Sunday games that he could be calling on those. All right, Coach Johnson, any final words as we get out of here and get ready for the madness to be maddening?
Well, I'm happy that this time of year has arrived again. A lot of people could be crying come Friday and Saturday because we're going to be seeing a lot of brackets be burst, and it's going to be horrible. However, for the basketball fans that we are, it will definitely remind us why we love the sport so much, because when you see the round 64 and around 32 games, it lets you know how beautiful the sport of basketball is. So to me, I think this is the best time for that reason. And just a slight NBA taste. Rockets, I can't stand you. The heck you blowing a double-digit lead against the Knicks, and then you allow the Nuggets to boat race you, and then you squeak out a victory against the Pelicans. You don't deserve a playoff bid.
And you let the Lakers get the 3 seed.
Screw the Lakers. You don't deserve a playoff bid.
You let the Lakers climb to number 3.
It pisses me off. Oh, now I feel better. Thank you, sir.
Like I said, when I get time, I'll get to the Magic. I'll get to y'all. I ain't forget. Y'all better use the opportunity to do whatever y'all need to do to put yourself in position, because by the time I get back to the NBA fully, y'all better be in a certain position.
Not talking sexual even.
Not even close. So, all right, that would do it for our Road to the Final Four. Officially begins this episode of Shooting the Lights Out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. If you're watching on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit my notification bell. If you're watching on my personal LinkedIn page, down at Playmakers Songs, connect me on LinkedIn, and then slide over to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And Mr. Johnson, where can they listen to the podcast version of this?
They can listen to it on Spotify, on iHeartRadio, on many other places where you can find the podcast. And normally we would be on live on the Real Arts Radio Network. Unfortunately, we are not live now, but you could normally hear us there too.
For Coach Johnson, I'm the Playmaker signing off. Enjoy the madness, because it is finally here.
Yes.
You've done good. You've done great. But you can't stop here. You can't stop now. You gotta keep going. Through all your trials and your tribulations, you gotta keep pushing. Now, finish your canvas.
Yeah, gotta get it out the mud, that's the only way to win. Who am I to point the finger like I never ever seen? Been through the ups and downs like the letter N. They don't let you through the door, better kick that bitch again. Cause that's the only way to win. That's the only way to go. Gotta get it out the mud, gotta get it out the flow. Cause that's the only